Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button, Wayne. I appreciate all the support, man. Hit the like button on the way in. Appreciate it. We had you know what I'm saying? Surf is home, man. Surf is home right now, and he did a space late last night, probably around like 11:30. I got a notification that he was in a space, and I was like, okay, let me tap in, and the numbers just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. Boy, when I first got in there, it was probably maybe about 400 or 500 people. I saw a lot of familiar faces in there. D.I. the Henny Man, the Balls, I think Piper Boy was in there, Polo was in there, Jay Black. So a lot of the culture in there. And by the time it got probably another 30 minutes, it was already like 1,500 people in there at midnight. So once again, Surf moving the needle, doing the numbers that he do. To have 1,500 people in the space at midnight is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And he said a lot of stuff. It was a really good conversation. I'm not gonna lie. I was damn near smiling the whole time because I was just thinking like, wow, I'm literally getting a chance to hear him have these conversations with people without the ego and not wanting to rock with them. And salute the Piper Boy, because he was actually hitting people up, if I'm not mistaken, to try to get them to come into the space. I think he got Mook into the space. I don't know if he got Eazy into the space, but I know he was hitting people up behind the scenes like, yo, Surf is in there, come in there and talk your shit or whatever. So, and I'm glad that Surf was, you know, not too arrogant to bring anybody up or certain people he wanted to talk to. And so first he starts off, I know y'all heard the space by now, so I'm not gonna go through this trouble of playing y'all space. They everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was dicing that space up 8 different ways, you know what I'm saying? So the space is everywhere. He starts off saying a lot of what I've been saying about the culture. Niggas are too accessible. People are the spaces and everything has created a lot of dialogue between the battler and the fan. There's a lot of events, so there's a lot of situations where fans can interact with people, and he felt like people don't know how to be stars anymore, and I do agree with that. He said people don't know how to be stars. They basically hanging out with the fans all weekend. You know, fans are renting them cars, sharing Airbnbs, all kind of stuff, and he was like, that's not really how you move in this culture. So he goes on that whole rant. Couple things he said that was kind of interesting. He did say whoever, when he's on a URL card, if he doesn't fuck with you really, he was like, yo, y'all niggas messed up my house when I was gone, y'all messed up the culture when I was gone, and the car that I'm on, if y'all ain't doing, you know, if I ain't rocking with y'all, if y'all not moving the needle the way y'all supposed to be moving in this culture, y'all not gonna be on my card. You know what I'm saying? My first card back or whatever. If I'm not fucking with you and you not doing the right stuff in battle rap, I'm not putting you on the card. So he was definitely talking his, I'm home, this is my house, I'm the shit, I'm gonna try to get it back. I did like the fact that he said he was gonna try to get the culture back on the right path. I do like that, and him and Eazy spoke about it later on too. But I do like that he said that he didn't come in there like, you know what, yeah, I've been locked up, I'm really not feeling this battle rap stuff, I might even got like 1 or 2 more battles and I'm gone, like this shit is ass. He wasn't really saying that. He was like, yo, y'all messed up my stuff, like we got to get it back right. So that was really, really dope. He brought Polo up. Polo got right to it, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Polo, he got right to it, like, yo, I spoke to Mook and Mook said he want to battle you. So next thing you know, Mook is in the space. They was having a nice back and forth about battling. And let me tell you what I really liked about the space. Niggas didn't waste no time and get into what the fuck they wanted to talk about in this space. Mook was like, yo, do you need a warm-up battle before you battle me? It wasn't all this, we glad you home, you know, it's cool. Did you get a chance to spend time with the family? What was jail like? It wasn't a whole bunch of that. It was like, yo, I'm gonna kill you, bro. That's literally what Mook said. Mook said, I'm gonna kill you. Surf asked him something like, you know, yeah, I heard you been saying my name, like why you got my name in your mouth? Mook said basically that you started it. You was the first one to call me out back in the day, so I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to address that. And you know, obviously we don't got no battle set up, but you know, it does seem like there's something that Surf is actually entertaining. They had talks about who would get paid the most amount of money. They had talks about who was the A side of that battle. Who do y'all think is the A side if Mook and Surf battle? Who do y'all think is the A side? They actually had a little debate on like who was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Surf was recalling when Mook basically called him back in the day and said that you was one of them ones that, you know, we got to get you out here and all this kind of stuff. Basically saying you saw a long time ago that I was going to be one of those guys. He said that you don't have a battle that's basically better than me and Twork. He was basically saying like me and Hitman is better than that battle in terms of the raps, and me and Tay-Rock is definitely better than that battle in terms of the raps. I do agree. Mook and Tay-Rock, to me, Mook's 3 rounds versus Tay-Rock is like probably top 3 in my opinion of greatest rounds in battle rap history. Mook and Tay-Rock. That's just how high I got Mook rounds in that battle. Strictly tailored for Rock. Very, very dope. Very direct. Very to the point. To me, it's just like when you look at like 3 rounds crafted, no mistakes, no hiccups, no nothing. Like them rounds are epic, bro. I really right now I can't even really think of a battle that's really better than that in terms of just the way an opponent broke down someone for 3 rounds. So that's really high. But he, you know, Surf was talking his shit. Surf was still in his bag, but in a humble way. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit humble. Not a lot of rah-rah, not a lot of shit talking, but still shit talking. That's just what Surf do. So they had that conversation. He basically, you know, like I said, he asked him, did he need a warm-up battle? And he was like, I don't need no warm-up battle for you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He didn't commit to anything in terms of Surf. He never said who he would battle, how many times he would battle, even when he would battle, anything like that. He did say he would battle. He did say that that if he don't fuck with you, you're not going to be on his return card and all this kind of stuff, which is just banter at this point, really. What else did he say? So I don't know. I know, like, I don't know what Surf's situation is now. He got released. I don't know where he's at. You know, people are saying he might be in a halfway house. People are saying he might be still on probation. I don't really know if he's in Michigan. That's where he was last arrested. I don't know if he's back in Jersey or Georgia or whatever, because he was in Georgia for a little bit. I don't know where he's at. But, or even when he can battle, does he need permission to battle, all this kind of stuff. But hopefully URL can get him on a card. He did. One thing he said that was interesting, he talked a lot about people battling everywhere. And that kind of let me know that he's not going to be battling off of URL, bro. Which I kind of expected, but there was a thought at one point in time, like he would battle on URL, then TBL would throw him a bag or something, or someone else would throw him a bag, and he might battle other places. He kind of like was really digging into that, yo, y'all know where the NBA is, y'all niggas battling everywhere, y'all battling for $2,000 when y'all should just be trying to build y'all resume up in a particular situation. Y'all don't know how to market, y'all don't know how to do this. So it kind of lets me know that he's not finna come back into battle rap and just start grabbing checks in different spots, even if they throw a lot of money. Because I was kind of wondering at one point in time, if him and Eazy couldn't battle on URL, would he battle him in like a neutral league if the money was right? Like if somebody was able to throw him a lot of money for that battle. And I think we kind of got our answer last night, bro, that that's not going to happen. It doesn't seem, I'm not saying he won't battle off of URL. He's done it before. It don't look like it's going to be his first few battles. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect that at all. As far as Eazy, this is what I really want to talk about, the Eazy shit. I was smiling listening to him and Eazy talk, bro, because it just showed the level of maturity and the leadership that Surf has that Rock kind of don't got. I feel like Rock and Eazy could have had this conversation by now, and it would have been respectful. I always felt Eazy was respectful to Tay-Rock early on. I don't think it was until Tay-Rock showed up with Geechee Gotti at the battle, and he was standing on Geechee's side, and then it was this him and Muslim Poppy and Tay-Rock started getting into it. I felt like that was the real divide in a way. But up until that, I always felt like Eazy, even when he left, like he put his letter out, he left gun titles, he was still respectful to Chess, respectful to Rock, respectful to Surf. You know what I'm saying? And him and Rock eventually got disrespectful, but I felt like it was more from Rock's side. I felt like Eazy was trying to somewhat keep the relationship cool or cordial. But once again, just like Mook, Eazy wasted no time. Eazy told this nigga, yo, Eazy was like, Surf was talking this shit, but Eazy did what he needed to do in the space. The nigga told Surf, yo, you gotta see me. You gotta see me. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope to say. He didn't come in there like, yo, what was jail like? You know what I'm saying? Like what was that shit like? Or like, nigga came in there and was like, yo, you know I'm one of them niggas out here now. You gotta see me. You know what time it is. I know you and Mook is cool and that'd be a dope battle. But me and your storyline is better. That's basically what he told the nigga. That you gotta come see me. We were supposed to battle even when I joined Gun Titles. That was always the plan, that I was gonna battle you and Rock, all this kind of stuff. He literally told this nigga that. And why that's important, like I said, I think Piper Boy was texting people behind the scenes like, come into space, Surf is up here, pull up, talk to him. You don't really know what the energy is gonna be like between with Surf, you know, in terms of how much he'll be in the space, whether or not he'll even want to talk about this shit later, whether or not this, even if he's in a space, the topic is something different than what it is now. So niggas didn't waste no time getting in front of Surf and letting them know like, yo, I really want to battle you. And I thought that was dope. Another interesting thing that Eazy said is he told Surf, you are a big reason why fans interact with battlers so much. And I do agree with that. Like, I think even though Surf was talking this shit about, yo, y'all niggas don't know how to be stars, y'all this, like, it didn't really affect Surf because Surf is always going to be a star. But when Surf started the spaces, Surf is kind of the guy that blew spaces up. I'm not going to say he was the first battler in the space or nothing like that, but he was the one that kind of took that shit and ran with it with the whole Midnight Madness stuff. That's when spaces really got big and people like the Boss became personalities, and the spaces helped a lot of people. It kind of increased Rosenberg's Raw profile. It increased Cola's profile even more. You know, someone like a True Foe and different people, they took advantage of just being in spaces a lot more than some other people, and they really elevated from that. And you got to understand, the battlers didn't know how to do a space. Let's just keep it a buck. They didn't know how to do a space, bro. Like, them, they didn't know how to start it. How many times has Hitman created a space? He's like, yo, I don't know how. Like, hold on. I'm trying to add you. Like, I don't know how to add you. Like, hold on. Like, hello. Can you hear me? That went on constantly with these battle rappers. They did not know how to make people host. They did not know how to bring niggas up to speed. They did not know how to block, take niggas out, add shit to the Jumbotron so you can see. They didn't know how to do none of that. And what happened is that, let's just keep it a buck. Tsu Surf was doing spaces with Greedy Gotti, bro. He was doing spaces with Greedy Gotti. Greedy Gotti kind of blew the spaces up. I'm gonna keep it real. He got the spaces kind of lit. It was like some other niggas too, some cornball ass niggas I don't want to name and give them no credit on this video, but Greedy Gotti kind of got the spaces a little bit popular because they were doing their little spaces in the bubble. The battle rappers eventually started to join. They really didn't know how to build it or grow it or become host or anything, so they were doing co-hosts with Greedy Gotti. He would make them a co-host, and Surf and Greedy Gotti have spaces together, and from there that shit just blew up, and that's how Greedy Gotti blew up. So if you want to look at how did Greedy Gotti how did a nigga that's really like a cornball in his culture to a lot of people, or some little phony ass dude, or some make-believe guy that's not really who he is, how did he get popular? In Surf spaces. He was doing spaces before Surf, but he didn't have the following, because once Surf gets added to your space, his following on Twitter lets you know that he's in a space, and then they come into the space, and that's how Greedy Gotti can get 600 people in the space, because he's feeding off of Surf's energy. Now I got something in my eye. He's feeding off of Surf energy, so because of that, Greedy Gotti became popular. So Greedy Gotti, the Boss. So Eazy is right when he says like, yo, you kind of help get niggas popular too, and you kind of help bring that together. And Midnight Madness had a lot of like teams and different people doing this and different people doing that, a lot of people was just calling themselves gun titles that really wasn't gun titles. You had like gun titles, and you had gun titles media, then you had people that was just representing gun titles and Island Gang and all these different little these different things, and some of them was just fans, some of them like niggas was putting that shit in their profile. So Eazy was right about that. If we look at spaces as something that kind of like hurt the culture, then Surf is someone that helped blow it up, and in blowing it up, he's able to still maintain who he is and not be so fanned out with fans and everything, but at the same time everybody else can't. And when he blew Spaces up the way it did, and eventually Bird continued that on, they kind of made other ballers that's lesser than them, you know what I'm saying, some of the other ballers that be in the culture, the Capos and the Texas and all these other people, that the mid-tier ballers that come into the culture, they made them interact with the same fans. So it's just a trickle-down effect, and I like that Eazy pointed that out, because that is kind of true. And remember, he did the Midnight Madness bowling alley shit where he had all these people come out and they bowling together. You should never see no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna pull up to an event and be bowling with Surf. You know, you got fans getting tattoos and shit like that, and he doing interviews with them like, yo, you know, my fan got a tattoo. He the #1 fan. I flew him out. You never saw that before. Never saw that before. So Eazy was smart to bring it out. I gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? The facts are the facts. I know we love Surf, but let's just keep it $1. It ain't like everything he said be true all the time. But so Eazy pointed that out. What else they talked about? They obviously talked about Ballin. I think Eazy, he was happy to talk to Surf, bro. I gotta keep it real. He was happy. He was happy to talk to Surf. I mean, they don't really have no real animosity. They shouldn't have no animosity. I know he didn't leave gun titles probably the way Surf probably would have liked him to leave in the circumstances surrounding him and URL, but Surf didn't do nothing to him. He didn't really do nothing to Surf. And I feel like when I say the maturity level, he wasn't too big or too bothered to bring Eazy up and have a conversation with him. And it was respectful. It was like, yo, I see you doing your thing. You took, you know, I might want to play this part. I don't know if y'all can hear. Oh shit! No wonder it ain't playing. Hold up.
What's going on, bro? Ain't shit. Chillin'. How you doing? Well, I'm good. Maybe you on. You should be. Should be. Why wouldn't you? There's no reason for me not to be happy. I mean, you should be. I mean, so you can see something. Never mind. Yeah, you should. I mean, to see what? Huh? I mean, to see what? So you can. I feel like you hit a wall.
Money.
Like I said, he tells him right away. I feel like. Hold on. He tells him right away, I feel like you hit a wall. So they already having this conversation. So I felt like it was respectful. It wasn't like, no, you trash. See, that's how the conversation goes all the way left. If Surf would have came in there like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, man, you trash right now. Then become arguments, then become niggas getting kicked out to space, then become the shit going way left, and you can't even have like a real dialogue. But instead he says you hit a wall. Eazy says, you know, yeah, you know, I might disagree with that a little bit, but yeah, there was some stumbling blocks. So and if we being real, Eazy did hit a wall. Like he ran into Suge, he ran into Clips and Geechee Gotti battles that people clearly got him losing. So at some point, it's good for Surf to say, like, when you was on gun titles and URL, you 12-0 on the app. Now you ain't around me and your ass is fucking 500 or whatever in battles or whatever. So it's good that he was able to talk that shit. I'm not gonna really play this whole space. Eazy voice is really, really low, so mostly what you can hear is Surf and not Eazy. But what else did they talk about? They talked about a lot of admiration between Eazy and Surf. Eazy basically said like, yo, you one of them niggas, like you definitely one of them. And Surf was saying like, yo, you out here doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I see you out here doing your thing. The CEOs used to bring me the phones and everything. I used to watch some of your battles and some of the blogs. You doing your thing. There wasn't any real rock conversations or anything like that. But he said he wanted to battle Surf. And when Eazy got off of the space and they brought A-Ward up, because A-Ward was the next one to come, people just asked him like, yo, and this is why I say salute to Polo. Polo flat out asked him, do you think you can bring Eazy back to URL? And he said, yo, I'm Surf, bro. I'm Surf. You know what I'm saying? You might as well call me Surf Beasley. I can do what I want to do around here. And he's exactly right. And I told y'all before, the one good thing about Surf coming home in terms of like, can he save battle rap? No, but him coming home is, if we ever want to see Rock and Eazy is something that Surf can make happen. Like Surf can be like, yo, I'm gonna battle Mook, you battle Eazy. Let's make this a gun titles card. Let's get chess on the card to battle whoever. Let's make this an entire gun titles card. He can really do that, bro. He can really do that, and niggas do it. He can almost say, I'm not gonna battle Mook unless my boy Rock is on the card and I want him to battle Eazy. He can do shit like that, and Eazy does represent Rock's biggest payday. He represents his biggest payday. As much as Rock has battled everybody and all this kind of stuff, but he's battling like Quest McCody's and shit like that, like niggas that don't even really matter like that. I ain't trying to disrespect Quest, man, fuck Quest, but people that don't even really matter like that. But at the end of the day, you know, Eazy is his biggest payday. Let's just keep it a buck. So when you got a potential big payday out there, you don't want to leave it on the table. And either he will battle Eazy, beat Eazy, and then Rock won't feel like he gotta battle him no more because the general per se beat him, or he'll battle Eazy and Eazy will beat him, and then Rock will be like, no, I gotta get my lick back. So I think at the end of the day, yeah, I definitely think it'll happen. And that's one thing Mook said too. Mook was like, yo, I beat your man Rock. You gonna come get your ball back? You gonna come get your ball back? I beat Rock. So, you know, it was a good conversation, bro. And I can confirm that Eazy and URL have spoke. Now they got some demands, they got some things they want, some apologies, some stuff like that. We ain't seen Eazy do no apology, so it ain't bulging. But make no mistakes about it. You think Surf can't get on the phone with Eazy? There's a lot of respect there. I could tell in that live last night in the spaces that Eazy got a lot of respect for Rock. I mean for Surf, bro. There was a lot of I agree. Yeah. Now Surf was talking his shit like I agree with it too. But there's a lot of that. So you don't think Surf can just get on the phone and say, look, man, come on, man. You know where it's at. We the NBA, bro. Look, you know, I can't bring you back to gun titles or whatever. That might look a little corny, or maybe I can. Maybe I'll take the corny hit or whatever on the thing. But at the end of the day, bro, you need to come back to URL, bro. Let's get this shit lit. Do what you gotta do your apology, make your blog, do whatever you gotta do, have a phone call with Smack, pull up to New York and talk to Smack in person, come back to URL, bro. And the nigga will do exactly each step that Surf would do. And I don't mean that shit on no like Surf is your controller. It's just the fact that an OG, the problem is there's no OGs talking to Eazy trying to get him back on URL. He don't got a nigga like any nigga that he probably respects. He don't got a nigga like Goods. He don't got a nigga like Swave. He don't got a nigga like Head Ice back in the day or something. Some of these more respected people that's saying like, yo, I can get you back on URL. Like, this is what you need to do. He don't really have nobody doing that because people like, I don't give a fuck. Surf is the kind of dude that be like, yo, money out here, man. Get this money. And put his ego to the side, get this money, let me kick your ass or whatever. You can get back on the platform, maybe battle Rock. And last thing I'm gonna say, there are some people that was in my comment section saying they didn't want Eazy back on URL, bro. Niggas saying words like let him suffer, let him continue to be punished. Like, what's wrong with y'all niggas, bro? The nigga that should be affected, a person that brought him the gun titles in Tsu Surf, don't even have the energy you got for the nigga. Some of y'all gotta get a little bit of hate in your heart. Eazy flagged my channel. I should be disliking a nigga more than anybody else. I still come on this camera. This is why I can tell you I'm the mayor of fair and very unbiased, bro. I can come on the camera after losing the channel for 2 months. I lost my channel for 2 months off flags and bullshit. And niggas like, yeah, I'm glad niggas is flagged. I'm glad, Niggas talking hella shit when they thought my channel was completely gone. But them 2 months, I really wasn't blogging. I had to create another channel. It wasn't monetized. I went a whole month, bro, of just making dope ass content for you niggas and getting no bread. I had to let my channel monetize. I was getting no money. So not only did you take the channel for 2 months, you stopped my whole monthly income for 1 month. I mean, luckily I'm still good, but that creates animosity, and I don't even got that kind of animosity for Eazy. So some of y'all just need to let it go, man. It's people that done worse stuff to URL than Eazy, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Not many, but a couple of them. And I still feel like they came back to the platform and will come back to the platform. So in my opinion, yeah, I'm not, bro. I'm here to see the battles, bro. I don't know what y'all niggas be on. I'm here to see good battles. And I told you, Eazy has some of the biggest battles remaining. Big K, Arsenal, Rock, Surf, and Mook. Them 5 battles right there, and Hustle. Them 6 battles right there need to go down at some point in time. And they're also, ironically, some of the biggest battles in the culture. So like I say, man, Eazy is still one of the people that has not battled a lot of people. Yeah, he battled a lot of top niggas. He ain't battled Real Sick. He ain't battled Kid Slade. He ain't battled a lot of guys, bro. He ain't battled Rum Nitty. It's a lot of people he hasn't battled. Fortunately for him, he's a top tier battler who still has a resume that's relatively small compared to some of the other people. So, I want to see him come back because it's all nostalgia and it just continues. The thing that helps battle rap is big battles. And if URL want to sell pay-per-views and sell cards, you got to be able to create themes. You got to be able to create battles, whether it's like gun titles versus this group or, rookies versus vets. Those kind of themes help sell cards. The other thing is big battles. And no matter whether you like Eazy or not, he does have some of the biggest battles in the culture. Once you get past this Mook and Surf shit, the next biggest battle is Mook and Eazy. I like Mook and Mav, but y'all don't even like Mav. I like Mook and Mav. I like Mook and Mav damn near first. You know what I'm saying? I want Mav to jump out the gate on this fucking snitch shit and just get it popping. So I like that. Oh, he did kind of make it seem like he wasn't really going to entertain Mav, though. He didn't say his name, but he did kind of... It did kind of seem like he wasn't... It seemed like he was not going to entertain the snitch shit because he was still wrapped up in a situation. So he kind of seems like me. Like sometimes I would like to talk to y'all more about the case, but it's like, it's just shit that shouldn't be for the internet. It kind of seemed like he was trying to really say that as well. Like, yeah, I could get into a whole bunch of stuff on why I'm not a snitch or why I'm a this or why I'm that or debate Mav, but I can't get into the details of certain things. And it seemed like that's what he was trying to say. So I don't really expect him to be giving y'all no snitch blogs. Now he might just be like, niggas is corny, niggas is wag, like why? But to go in depth or have like a real conversation, it doesn't really look like he gonna entertain Mav. Now that don't mean he won't entertain him in a battle, but I don't really think he gonna battle Mav, bro. I don't even think he want to go on the stage and even deal with like 2 or 3 rounds of Mav doing rap shit or whatever. I don't even think he want to deal with that. So that battle might not be something that happens, but unfortunately, I still want to see the battle. I still want to see the battle. But yeah, that's it, man. Chris Unbiased, y'all let me know. A couple questions for y'all. Do y'all feel, based on the conversation, that y'all want to see Eazy back on URL to battle him? That's one. I mean, let's be real, bro. He ain't gonna get them niggas if he don't go back to URL. It ain't no way on earth some other league can come in, because he said that shit too. He was like, I'll let these leagues come in, throw them a bunch of money into the culture, and then 4 months later they out of here. So he ain't really finna take that battle to somewhere else as far as Surf and Rock. So if you ever want to see that battle, Eazy got to come back to URL, and the culture don't need to make Eazy feel bad for coming back to URL, bro. Because if he comes back to URL, best believe Surf and Rock have something to do about it. I can promise you that they will have something to do about it. Whether it be like, yo, we want to keep it respectful. We want to have a conversation with this nigga. Because you just can't bring Eazy back to URL, throw him on a card and throw Rock on the card, and then don't expect them niggas to bump heads at an event or something and shit could go left. So you're going to have some type of conversation where, yo, we bringing them back. We're going to start them off with Kid Slade and move them up. Whatever it is, it's going to be one of them things where, like, yo, when everybody's in the building, just be cool. Just be cordial. Don't make it weird. Don't be on no fuck shit. Don't be on no dumb shit. So if Eazy comes back ever to URL, it will be Rock giving an okay, Surf giving a okay. You know, I don't gotta fuck with you, but I ain't gonna stop your bread and I ain't gonna hate on it. And with the notion that down the road we are going to collide and bump heads. So we don't need niggas on the timeline. Oh, you went back to URL and signed a slave deal, and oh, you got on your knees and smack Peter to get back on URL. Like, no, y'all don't be doing none of these other niggas like that. And everybody has left URL and came back. Every single nigga has had some issue with URL and came back. And I don't see y'all niggas with that kind of energy all the time on these posts and tweets and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we need these kind of battles, bro. We don't need to be making niggas feel bad for fucking making up for mistakes that's made. If Eazy apologized, he broke his contract, bro. Whether you feel like it's a real contract or not, or even everything in it is correct or the stipulations are good, the nigga still signed it. So URL has a right to feel some type of way that, yo, you just up and went and battle Hitman in the middle of our contract. So there is some fault that Eazy got, just like there's some fault that you can say URL did for just being petty and pulling niggas off cards and telling niggas to stay on the card till the last minute, then come off the card at the last minute. It's a lot of corny stuff that was done on both sides, if we keeping it real. But to think that Eazy don't have nothing to apologize about, and maybe even URL could be like, we could have handled that differently, because sometimes URL get a little bit, you know, they get a little vindictive and shit. You know what I'm saying? They just start doing all kind of stuff that they don't really got to do. They can just keep it pushing, or just sue niggas if they feel some type of way. You know, follow up on those cease and desist and just actually go through. But sometimes they get a little petty, and when you get petty, it get really, really messy. So it's nothing wrong with like Hitman going back to URL. Y'all nigga, you know, like why would you make Ill Will feel bad to go back to URL or Hitman or whatever? Like, they shouldn't feel bad. Niggas time heal wounds, and niggas just make up at the end of the day, and they get over stuff. We see it all the time. Niggas just get over shit. So yeah, we definitely need them battles. And now that I seen them two in the space, bro, I literally think it's gonna happen now. I literally think it's gonna happen. And if I'm URL, I'm trying to make it happen too, because I'm trying to capitalize and get these pay-per-views back rolling. So my questions to y'all: who's the A side, Mook or Surf? Who's the A side in that battle? The other question is, do you want to see Eazy come back and battle Surf and Rock? That's my question. The third question is, do I have a third question? I feel like I got a third question. Maybe I don't have a third. Are y'all interested in a math battle at all? Do y'all want to see that conversation? Or are y'all cool on math? I want to see it. You know, I'm here for the battles. I want to see that shit. I think that's it. That might be it, man. Let me get out of here, man. Chris Unbiased, holla at your boy.